stream. So welcome everybody to Carvis Twig's Bird of the Day. And so, well, we're gonna play some pirates today. Yeah, we're doing Bird of the Day already because we're playing Sea of Thieves, and Sea of Thieves isn't really a game we can break in the middle of to do Bird of the Day because it'll disconnect us all from the server or we'll get jacked. It's not a pausable game, unfortunately.
You can't pause, Mom. God.
So I figured Bird of the Day either had to begin at the beginning or the end, and I figured the beginning was better, so everybody can see Bird of the Day. So we're playing a pirate game. So it's like, okay, you guys are playing pirates? You should do a bird that's on theme. And so I did a bird that's on theme. Today, our Bird of the Day are Amazon parrots.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. So Amazon parrots, as you can see there, look at that picture on the left. It's like, oh, that's a lot of different parrots. Well, that's a picture of every single species of Amazon parrot. There's actually 31 different species of the Amazon parrot. They're all in the same genus. And they're pretty cool birds, aren't they? Yeah.
I have actually owned 2 different Amazon parrots throughout my lifetime.
Wow. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah. What were their names?
Max and Link.
Max and Link. Those are good names. Good names.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, there are in the order pistachiforms, which is all parrots. Everything from a big macaw to a little budgie. Those are all pistachiforms. But the pistachidae are what they call true parrots. That's kind of your parrots that are of this size and, you know, throughout the entire world. But then the genus is the Amazon parrot, and you're going to find them pretty much everywhere from all the way up through from Mexico down to Argentina. And everywhere in South America, everywhere in Central America, a lot of the Caribbean islands. They're ow! I actually got to go to the... I forgot to change tits to go to the small size. So it still hit me as if I was up in the tree. Anyway, so yeah, they're all roughly the same size. We got them from 9 to 17.5 inches long, with each particular species having a variance of like 2 to 3 inches between them. With the exception of 3 of the species, the white-fronted, the Yucatan, and the turquoise-fronted, pretty much males and females are going to be the same size and have the same colorations. And with those 3 species, the colorations are going to be slightly different on the male and the female. And in fact, the one that's pictured right here is a turquoise-fronted. You can tell because his front is turquoise. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty little bird. And then I did the translation from metric to imperial, about 190 grams to 5.56 grams, and so, you know, that's about a fifth of a pound to a pound, you know, if you're having the bigger ones. And as they are parrots, pretty long-lived, 30 to 50 years in the wild. And the oldest living one was over 60 in captivity, so pretty long-lived animals, which is, I mean, not the longest-living parrots. I mean, like your African greys can be like 90, you know. They're the longest-lived parrots, but
they're still a long dang time, though.
I believe cockatoos also have a longer lifespan, but I mean, 30 to 50 years definitely puts them in the like top 1% of bird lifespans. So pretty good long-lived birds, and yeah, he's so pretty. Oh, look at that pretty little guy or girl. Can't tell. I think this one's also a turquoise fronted because of his turquoise front. But you know, as we know, parrots, in particular, any of these true parrots, they're really smart. I mean, there's actually a big debate, like, hey, what's smarter, a corvid or a parrot? And, I mean, obviously, if you ask me about my opinion is, I'm gonna have to go with the corvids, but, it's really hard to say because they're,
of course.
They're different, they're intelligent in different ways. You know what I mean? It's like, there's certain things that parrots are better at, and there's certain things that crows are better at. Crows are better at problem solving and tool making, but parrots are better at communication and linguistic skills. So it's like, we each are very smart, and both capable of doing a lot of linguistics and a lot of problem solving, but it's just like, they're better at some things, crows are better at other things. Either way, they're both very intelligent animals, and you know, as is true with almost all of the really intelligent birds, they're very, very social. they live in pretty big flocks, like anywhere from like a dozen to hundreds. They stick together, they help each other out, they feed each other's babies. They're very, very social, and they're very, very community driven. So, if there's little babies in the flock, everybody helps protect the babies, even if it's not their own babies. And so I think that's pretty neat. I like it when birds do that. It's just it's nice. I'm big for cooperation.
Yeah.
But obviously, what these parrots are most known for is their vocalizations. They can mimic human words and speech. How well can they mimic human words and speech? Well, guess who happens to have a little video to demonstrate? I do! I don't know what they're saying, but it sounds very important.
It does, yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Ah.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay, I see none of that. So yeah, it's pretty cute. I like that a lot. Feedback loop? Yeah, it was kind of like a feedback loop. They're very cute, very vocal. And these ones do really happen to really like music. They found the ones in captivity, if you play music, they'll dance along with it. They'll sing along and learn songs. Yeah, and that is pretty neat. And it's pretty neat and pretty cute. Gotta have musical birds.
Both of mine really loved old rock, like old school rock. They would dance to that.
They like that old time rock and roll. That kind of music really soothes their soul.
Yeah.
Really soothes
Did they
their souls.
reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Dun, 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 dun. Like the dancing cactus. They do kind of look like little dancing cactuses, don't they? But here's the other thing. Most of the species of these are very big on chewing things and getting a sense for feeling of things with their beaks. So they'll destroy everything around them. If you're going to have one as a pet, you need to give it a lot of interactive toys that it can play with and pull apart and move things on, because otherwise they will find things that will become their toys. And they need a lot of socialization and a lot of fun stuff to play with if they're going to be happy in a home. And in fact, it is now illegal in most countries to capture any of these birds to become pets. However, ones that were already in captivity are allowed to be bred. So if you're getting one, then it should be one that was bred to be a pet rather than one that was pulled out of the wild. Not legal to pull one out of the wild. And that's just unethical anyway. These birds...
Yeah.
But ones that are bred to be pets, they can be very good pets, but you really should do a lot of research before you decide to make one your pet, because, as I said, they're very, very social birds, and they need a lot of activity and a lot of socialization. So this isn't the kind of bird that you just put in a cage and let it be. It's a way to make a very unhappy, unhealthy bird. You really gotta treat it as is a real big responsibility and somebody who's going to be a real member of the family. They need that. And if you're going to get one, consider having multiple birds so they can be friends with each other. Did you have both of your birds at the same time, Eyevris?
No, we did not have them at the same time.
Did they? I hope they had these. Did they have any of it? I mean, but I'm guessing you still gave them plenty of socialization. You're a good bird owner. You've got to be.
Oh yeah, both of them lived in like the central living room for the most part, where there was like constantly human activity in there. And then at night, they actually
Okay.
went into my room with me, so they always had someone like nearby
Always
for the most
someone
part.
nearby. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Um, and an interesting thing is a lot of people associated a lot of domestication of animals and parrots as pets from European settlers, but they've actually found a lot of evidence that the native cultures had been keeping parrots as pets for thousands of years, well before any Europeans came over. They were very much respected and revered in those cultures, and they know this because they found like basically mummified birds buried alongside kings and stuff. They were like, this was an important, social bird. I hope the bird expired naturally and not was like, oh, king's dead, gotta kill his bird too. Don't know.
Eesh, yeah.
But yeah, um, they're great, wonderful, smart animals, and if you're anywhere in Central or South America, keep an eye out for them because they're just so cool and they're so pretty and there's a lot of them. I mean, between the 30 species, there's millions of them throughout the whole area. So it's like they're doing pretty well. I mean, obviously, some of the species we don't actually know that much about because they're only found deep in the depths of the Amazon rainforest, and so hopefully they'll continue to be okay because like they're not really hunted anymore. They don't have a lot of natural predators, but as typical, the biggest threat to them is loss of habitat. So hopefully they can, Brazil can not have a fascist right-wing leader as their president anymore and can protect the
One day.
rainforest. Ah, hate that guy.
Mm.
But anyway, my thoughts on them: love them, love them, love these birds. Now the question is like, do I put these guys in the honorary corvid category?
Tough call.
Because, okay, the social stuff, absolutely. Intelligence, absolutely. But some say to be an honorary corvid, you have to have that sense of mysterious around you. And they're more like smart clowns than they are cool, mysterious corvids. But then again, my personality, I'm sometimes more like a smart clown. I would say, yeah, I'll give these guys an honorary corvid thing. I think their intelligence and their social lives make them more than enough. I think it's great. So, absolutely, I'm gonna give these guys my honorary corvid ranking because I really like them. I got a lot of respect for parrots. Parrots are up there. They're wonderful. What do you guys think?
Okay,
I would-
I'll go with that. I will say honorary Corbett. All right, I'll go with you.
From my personal experiences, I will strongly agree. They're best birds.
Yeah.
Not best birds. Close to best birds.
So, I mean, yeah, these guys, as far as my rankings go, these are about as high up as they can get without being a corvid. That's some good praise from the old Corvus twig. Love parrots. Parrots are just wonderful. We love the parrots. Anyway, it's time for us. Go pirating.